Hello, Internet. Figured it's time for a chat since it's been about 10 days since I posted last time. So I thought I would just come back and give you a little update. I think last time I mentioned, or I know last time I mentioned that I was going to be getting back on chemo, and it's taken a while for all of that to work out. In fact, it's still in progress. My schedule keeps changing. They're making adjustments based on the medical issues, but also based on insurance and what insurance allows. There's a lot of red tape, bureaucracy, as you guys all know, between doctors and departments and insurance companies, and the things that they allow, the things that they disallow. So anyway, we're kind of working through all that right now. But the one thing that has happened since I spoke to you last is that I have started my chemo pills. I take 4 in the morning and 3 in the evening. And right now is about exactly 1 week since I started. I started on the morning of the 9th. The name of the pill is capecitabine. Some people pronounce it differently. You hear capecitabine. But anyway, capecitabine is the way that my nurse has pronounced it, or capecitabine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But what it is the same as, I called it the nuclear football that I carried around my first go round with chemo. It's 5-FU, which is Fluorosil. You take these pills and they convert to Fluorosil in your body. And it's been 1 week, and I have not experienced so far any side effects whatsoever. I've been very surprised. I'm not feeling, I think maybe the first night or the second night I had a little bit of nausea, but it didn't last long, and it wasn't a big deal. After that, I have experienced no side effects whatsoever. They said to be prepared for it's called hand and foot syndrome, where your hands, your palms and the bottoms of your feet become very dry and cracked, and you have to moisturize your hands especially. I have not experienced that. Also, they said be aware of diarrhea and nausea and possibly some vomiting, but you guys, I'm very happy to report that I'm not experiencing any of that at all so far, and I'm very, very happy. And today, being 1 week, means I'm halfway through this course of pills. So that's good news. The other part of it is that I'm going to be needing an IV infusion that takes about an hour to drip through, and that is going to be panitumumab, which is also something that I had last time, more than a year ago now. But it will be, this is where the insurance company came in. It was supposed to be every 3 weeks because my pills are 2 weeks on, 1 week off. So that's a 3-week cycle. They were trying to organize the panitumumab IV to be once every 3 weeks, but that would mean a larger volume. Again, the insurance red tape says that the volume has to be less to get covered by the insurance. Therefore, we need to do that every 2 weeks. And we're still trying to figure out how to coordinate that with the 3-week cycle of the pills. The pills may need to be moved to a 2-week cycle as well. Anyway, all of that is just, sidebar action. The fact is, I'm getting going with chemo. I've not had any side effects yet, and I'm very grateful for that. At the same time, I have started up a cardio remote monitoring program because my cardiologist wants to increase certain medications that relax my heart muscles and actually keep my blood pressure low, because we are in a process of reverse remodeling, he calls it, on my heart after the new mitral valve, because we need to raise the injection fraction, and we need to continue to shrink the expanded size of my heart during that very high stress time when my mitral valve was not working. So some of you know all this terminology, you've been through some of it before, and I know for a lot of you, it's maybe the terminology, the jargon just goes right over your head, and I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to give you some of the details medically of what's been going on. So anyway, you know, it's continues to be kind of overwhelming, all this happening. And again, as the summer, you can see behind me here in Minnesota, we've got the full leaf out, green up that has happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's funny how quick it happens. It's gray and, you know, the trees are bare until the very end of April, and then all of a sudden everything just explodes, and that's what we've had. So summertime is here. Temperatures have been in the 70s. Even I think it's going to be in the 80s tomorrow. So I'm really happy about that. But again, one of the mental challenges for me, as I mentioned before, is that I had wanted to do a lot of traveling, camping, outdoorsy stuff this summer, since basically last summer was, you know, a disaster for me. I couldn't do anything because I was recovering from surgeries and, you know, moving beyond chemo, and I still had a urinary catheter. Anyway, those of you that follow, you know the story a year ago. And so I was looking at a summer of recovery as opposed to a summer of enjoyment. And I was hoping this summer would be the same, but with the chemo regimen kicking in, just don't know what that's going to look like, except for the fact, again, that I'm feeling good so far. So wanted to update you guys on that stuff. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude. I am, you know, trying to train myself to expect the best and to have faith, because we know, again, this is theology 101, that we all know that God is in control. You know, whether you believe in a personal God or whether you believe in just the forces of the universe, I believe that even though things don't always happen the way we want them to, I believe there is a loving God who is in charge, and he's intricately involved in the details. And so I am trying to put my faith in his sovereign, providential, perfect plan. And I know a lot of you guys are praying that way and thinking that way and expecting that to be the outcome. Not only in my life, but you've all got your own stuff that you're dealing with. Everybody, you know, even if it's not cancer or heart issues or even physical health issues, we've all got work stress, relationship stress, financial stress. Nobody gets through with a free pass in this life. We've all got our slew, our baggage of stuff that is challenging on a day-to-day basis. And so it's not only about me. I've just got this certain set of issues, but I realize that all of you, whether I know you, whether you're close to me or on outer circles of relationship, or whether you don't know me at all and I don't know you, I know that you have got challenges yourself. So for all of us, the further challenge is to have the right attitude and to have that faith like a child, where we trust that ultimately things happen the way they need to happen and the way they're supposed to happen. So that's my 9-minute rant for this morning. And as always, I thank you for checking in here. And I hope that you all have a blessed weekend and week ahead. Thanks a lot.